Hi friends, hope you're all doing fine. So this is our first session in the subject economics. In this session, I will be giving you a basic introduction to the subject economics. So what is economics? Now, if you read the newspapers regularly or if you have been watching the news regularly, you will be familiar with a few terms like GDP, unemployment, inflation, firms, prices, stock market, and many other things. All these terms are studied in the subject economics. Now, if you ask me a definition for economics, many economists have proposed various definitions for economics. But one of the most prominent and one of the most basic definitions of economics was given by Adam Smith, who is also known as the father of economics. According to Adam Smith, economics is the study of ends and means which have alternative uses. There are two terms which are important here: ends and means. What are ends and what are means? Ends are the end results which you want to happen or which you desire or which you aspire for. If you are going to a shop to buy something, buying the object and making it yours is the end. In another case, if you are traveling from one place to another, reaching the destination is your end. Now, what are means? Means are the things you have at your disposal in order to achieve your end. In the above examples, when you are going to a shop to buy something, the money you have at your hand, at your disposal, so as to buy the object is the means. In other case, when you are traveling, say if you are traveling by bus and you have already bought a ticket, the ticket and the bus which will help you reach the destination are your means. Now we are coming to the fundamental economic problem, the problem of choice. Let's say your parents give you rupees 100 and tell you can do anything with it. Now think of it, what all can you do? You can go for a movie, or you can go to a restaurant and have your favorite dish, or you can go to a library and read some books, or you can buy some books. But the problem is you have only rupees 100 with you and you cannot get even 1 rupee extra. The problem here is you have many things in your list but you have only rupees 100, which that is the problem of choice, wherein you have to prioritize which of your wishes you should satisfy first, whether you should go for a movie or you should go to a restaurant. So you'll have to prioritize. The basic reasons for this problem of choice are human wants are unlimited, whereas resources are scarce. The second point I don't think needs much explanation. You'll be knowing resources are scarce. The amount of water we have in the earth is scarce. The land we have is limited. So all resources are scarce. But the first point I think I'll have to explain. Before, what is the difference between need and want? Human needs are basically those things which a human being needs for mere survival. They include food, clothing, shelter, and water. These things are confined to these four objects. These needs are confined to these four objects and are limited, and they are common for every person. Human wants, on the other hand, they are influenced by tradition, culture, society, wishes, and many other things. These things, these wants, they are not actually necessary for mere survival, but they are needed for our convenience, luxury, and many other things. Let's say an example, one of us might want to buy a bike, some others may want to buy computers, some others may want to buy books. These are all wants, they are not needs. Okay, now we come to the subject matter of economics. Economics can be studied as microeconomics or macroeconomics. Microeconomics is basically concerned with individual economic units or small economic units like consumer, firm, industry, and so on. Macroeconomics is concerned with overall economic phenomena, and it studies aggregate of all measures, including theory of employment, theory of income, and many other things. Now let me speak about positive economics and normative economics. Positive economic statements are fact based and they tell you how things are at present. Let's say, for example, India's GDP grew at a rate of 5% last year. This statement can be cross checked and verified. In fact, all positive statements can be cross checked and verified. In case of the above example, the GDP measure can be verified from the GDP records of the country India of the previous year. On the other hand, normative economic statements are value based and they tell you how things ought to be. It is very difficult to verify them. Let's say government should take measures to reduce unemployment. These things are value based and they cannot be verified. Now let's summarize. Ready? Okay. What did we learn? First, we spoke about the definition of economics. What is economics? According to Adam Smith, economics is the study of ends and means which have alternative uses. We spoke about ends and we spoke about means. Ends are the end results which you desire, and means are what you have at your disposal in order to achieve the end. Then we spoke about the fundamental economic problem or the problem of choice. The main reasons for this problem of choice are human wants are unlimited and resources are scarce. Then we spoke about needs and wants. Needs are those things a person needs to survive in this earth. Want, on the other hand, are needs influenced by tradition, customs, desire, etc. Then we spoke about the subject matter of economics. Economics can be studied as microeconomics or macroeconomics. Microeconomics is concerned with individual economic units, whereas macroeconomics studies the overall economic phenomena of a large economy. Then we spoke about positive and normative economics. Positive economic statements are fact-based and can easily be cross-checked and verified. Normative economic statements are value-based and it is difficult to cross-check or verify them. So we have come to the end of our first session. In the next session, I will be taking the topic central problems of an economy and the production possibility curve. So till then, stay safe. Thank you.